Hey, welcome back guys. It's me, FineLiner Dave here, giving you a video at 10:30 p.m. And that's because I went to go see the new movie Ant-Man and Wasp. Let me tell you, that movie was funny as heck. And I gotta owe it to my boy, Michael Pena, bro. That dude is so funny. And if I see him in any other movies, I'm watching it. It is a must go see. And the reason I bring this up, really, the main reason I bring up Ant-Man and the Wasp, so it gave me inspiration to make this video right here, man. I mean, even it pumped me up so much that I'm wearing my Batman shirt. Like this is it, dude. I've been waiting to like make my comic, and this was the push. Man, like when I see movies, Marvel movies, DC, let's not talk about DC, but if I see any Marvel movies, dude, like I get hyped up. So that's what we're going to be doing today. That's the main update, but on some side updates, as you can see, I got my hair cut. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty saucy. Also, let me show you guys something really great. You know how my name is FineLiner Dave? Well, I can't be FineLiner Dave without some fine liners. Look at that, some Copic fine liners. These are Copic. These are expensive as well, so I'm going to be using them in every video, getting my money's worth. All right. And following on from that, the biggest update I have today is the fact that I now have a Patreon. And for all of you who don't know what a Patreon is basically a way that you can support your favorite content creators financially, basically said in point. Currently, the only memberships we have are $1 memberships, which are the most optimal I see. And there's also the $15 tier, which is what's that called? Commission. So you get a monthly commission. I'll do a piece of art for you and send it to you. You can see my content on Amino. I always link it at the bottom of my video or in the description. Just check that out. You can see how my art is. If you want to be on that level, go ahead. I'm not pushing you for that though. I just want everybody to be just probably $1 members if you do want to support me financially. So check out my Patreon. I'll put the link in my YouTube banner. So make sure you scroll up there and look at that. That's enough for updates. That's all I gotta say. Now today's video. So you heard me say it before. Today's video is gonna be basically me drawing my comic for the first time. Before we get into that though, I wanna do a script rundown with you guys, get you understanding what Mass Thunder is. So this is gonna be a quick breeze through of one, the backstory of the comic, and two, the current script that I'm gonna be drawing out today. So Mass Thunder is basically a story about a teenage boy whose father is an esteemed biomedical engineer. He's esteemed in the biology field. I haven't really worked out the entire works yet, but the fact of the matter is that his dad is presumed dead, and it's because of a factory explosion that happened a few years back, around 8 years back. So Marcus has been living 8 years without his dad, and the town that he lives in now currently has gone to complete shit, like violence-wise. It's a lot of violence. It's like it's like Arkham City, but like half of Arkham. So just think of that, man. Yeah, so Marcus is a normal teen. Well, as normal as you can be without your father in your life, or anybody who's lost a parent out there. I feel for you because I lost my mom. Just sad moments. But anyway, Marcus is basically living without his dad, and he's like a normal kid until this one day happens where a character called Sonic Boom, which you'll learn about later in this story, appears, and he starts destroying the facilities where his dad and other scientists researching the same thing used to research. They're just like old rundown facilities now, but he's destroying each one with his abilities, and it's a whop in the face. You're like, why is he doing this? Well, that's what the first story is all about, the first volume, and it's going to explain basically everything. I don't want to spoil everything for you guys starting off, but if you like that introduction, if that was juicy enough for you to catch your attention, keep watching the video, because today we're going to be drawing that out and you get to see firsthand some of the content of the comic. So let's start getting drawn. Get these guys out some pencils, and also get these guys out the Copic fine liners. I'll probably do a review video on how I feel about these, because I personally use a lot of fine liners. Microns. I use I forgot this one brand, but it was pretty trash. So if I did a review video on it, it'll be trash, And I also use brush pens. So if you guys want to see a review video, if you're like an artist that wants to spend the money on the right thing, let me know if you want to see that. I'll tell you about my personal ideas about quality. So we're about like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. This is before editing. 5 minutes in. Let's go ahead and whip out some paper, whip out some pencils, like I just said, and get some pictures going. I really want you guys to see my my thought process on paper. So let's flip that camera. Alright guys, so that was the sketch of the first page of the comic, and because things look a bit scratchy, I wanted to go through each part of this just to let you guys understand what's going on so far. So the first panel, we have like a guy hunched over in a room that's like stone covered, like the walls are made of stone and, you know, cobble, and there's smoke in the room. This is basically the character Rodney Stills. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about details of what's going on behind the scenes, you know, because I want the story to be kind of surprising to you guys. So this is kind of like a preview. You know, you're the first lookers, you're the first viewers of this, but I don't want to spoil things of the story so far. So in this panel, he's basically hunched over. He's been given this gas treatment for, you know, multiple hours. Like, they keep pumping this gas into his room. And this is the second slide. Basically what's happening here is that student researcher on the left, which is right here, let me focus on that. He's like questioning the whole entire like experiment. He's like, you know, this guy's been through so much of this gas, like it's surprising he's still holding on, but you know, he wants to stop. And then the lead scientist is right there, and the lead scientist like has a big like angry burst, like, you can't tell me to stop this experiment. You know, this experiment is going to make my break. It's going to lead into me being able to get funding for any other experiments I want. He's trying to basically make good with the head general of this private army that they're doing this for. This is like a human enhancement test. If you saw Captain America, it's something similar to that, but with gas. So yeah, that's basically a really basic background of what's going on in these first few slides. Is basically a flashback, and you'll see who the flashback is for later on in the comic. But yeah, and the kid looks back with a morbid look, and he's like, after hearing all the stuff that the head scientist is saying, not giving a regard for the human, you know, for, you know, human, what is that called, human sake, he's just morbid. He's like, okay, like he's gonna listen to what the head scientist says, but he's just like, okay. And yeah, as you can see, that's the same guy in the background. They're in the room that's above the room that he's being treated for in there. This room has like glass that's sealed, so the gas can't get into there. So then the boy basically pushes forward on the lever. His hand looks a bit junky right there, and the gas fills the room. And then this is the same character, Rodney Stills, and he's being exposed to more gas. And I kind of wanted to over elaborate on that by having a gas trail over to his nose, and it's being, let me focus on that. It's being shot into his nose, and then it's a very graphic scene where he's just like enduring the pain, sweat on his forehead, and such and so forth. So this is just a description of the first page. Yeah, I wanted to captivate the reader, like get them really involved with just what's going on as a preview of the comic in the first page, like all in the first page. That's why there's so many panels in this one page. Tell me what you guys think about the intro. Tell me if it was overwhelming, and I hope it wasn't too overwhelming, you know, just to hit you with all that at once. But that's basically how the comic starts off. And yeah, so now I'm going to be doing the ink over, and I'm going to be pulling out these fine liners that I just got, testing these guys out, and I'm going to do the Copic, you know, adding a color to it. Alright guys, so this is the picture so far. I strayed away from doing like background detail, like the wall, like the cobble walls and the brick walls and the buttons on the lab panel, because that would take a lot more time. My phone's on 3%. I have to charge it, but I am going to do Copic right now. And during the Copic phase, I'm going to add in all the background detail for the walls and stuff like that, and touch up a few things. So as you can tell from my art style, I'm a bit like loose with it. I don't care about like you know, how his arm looks pretty pretty crude, but yeah I don't care about like being perfect. I just care about getting the point across. So as you see, my art style isn't the best, but it gets the point across, and I like that. And that's how the rest of my comic's gonna be. So if you vibe with the fact that, you know, just you can admit that your art style is what it is, eventually that's how you would grow. I'm still learning, you know, anatomy, stuff like that, but you know, right now this is where I'm currently at, and I'm okay with that. And I just want to get my comic made, and I think with the art style I have now, I can get it made. So yeah, I'm going to do Copic stage now, and I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. This is a long one, I know, but that's how all the comic ones are going to be, because it takes so much detail and so much time and investment. And yeah, I'm so tired. It's like 12:15, but I'm gonna finish this, so let's get into it. So far, this is how much detail we've added. We've added color. Well, this is basically a basic layer of color. As you can see, the details are pretty much on there. Like, I like how these panels came out, even though it looks so low detail, but full of detail at the same time. I don't know how to explain that. Right now, I just put a base layer of color on there. I'm going to go back tomorrow and add more layers of color on there. You know, just get it bold colored, because right now it's just a bit pale. If you can see that right here. Yeah, it's so late. It's like 1 a.m. I just want to finish this up, at least get the basic picture for you guys to, you know, see the first page of the comic. I'm liking it so far. Sorry if I sound kind of drowned out again. I'm so tired, but this is so far. I think I said it all already. I'm kind of rewrapping myself, but this is it. I want to pick back up tomorrow. For you guys, it's going to be, you know, effortless. It's going to look like the video just keeps going, but I have work at 10 a.m. today, and I mean, well, I guess I'll say today because it's this next day, and I don't get off work till 6, so see you then. And yeah, this should basically go to time lapse in about like 2 seconds. Alright guys, I'm back a day later. I just got off of work like an hour ago, and I just got settled back into the apartment. And man, when I took a first glance at this picture, I like, honestly, last night I almost passed out, so I really forgot how much work I put into this picture. But I remember I just kept bashing on the picture, saying like, oh, it's so low detailed, oh. But like, honestly, when I look at it again, I'm feeling like butterflies in the stomach. I said it there. Sorry for the pan on the camera. I just want to let you guys take it all in where it is right now. So yeah, like I said yesterday, at least what I think I said, is that I was gonna pick up back on the picture and add some final details, as well as some final layers of colors, just to make it really pop a bit. I'm also going to add in that normally comics do have word bubbles. This is no exclusion. It's going to have word bubbles soon. I'm going to do that digitally though. Digitally. I'm going to go to the library and put it on one of the Wacom tablets, or not even a Wacom, just scan it and put it online, and then add the words on there, you know, all the text bubbles. And now I'm also going to add a few like special effects, like blurs and stuff like that, to represent light and stuff like that. Maybe not for this page, but maybe for the gas, you know, the purple gas going around. Maybe I'll add that editing for some of the fog, you know, fogginess. But enough of me talking. I know you guys want to see that juicy content, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the final coloring stage and the detail stage. Stick around for the final message at the end of the video. I sound like a Delta Airlines like attendee. And there you have it, guys. And look who's in the video. This is Robin.
My ghetto ass.
Okay. This is my girlfriend. She also is interested in art. Tell them what you do.
I used to draw. I've been drawing since I've been out the womb.
Out the womb, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of bullshit.
I paint too. Like, if you like, my stuff is next level. So, you know, like, you want to see some crazy stuff, you want to check out the portfolio of Robin me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we just finished the page of the comic. Sorry to block you out, but no, I'm just playing. Oh god.
I was
Announcing it.
Shut up.
So yeah, we finished the page of the comic. Right now it doesn't have any words on it. It also doesn't have any, onomatopoeias or any directory bubbles. Yeah, big word. But I'm gonna add that all digitally. If you want to see all that stuff, go ahead and check out the Patreon. I'm gonna upload the page of the comic and also more pages of the comic when they are done with all of the with all the words and everything on there. So be looking out for that. Be happy that you got to see the first preview of the actual comic.
And me.
You're probably gonna see more of her on the page. She made me put her here on the channel.
You fucking.
She made me.
You liar.
Look, I was weak. She weakened me. Anyway, yeah, just be looking out for more of that. Like I said, also just check out my Patreon. It's gonna be really active, really live. I'm gonna be bringing more friends on my YouTube. You already see she's the first one, but yeah, just be looking forward to that and everything and so forth. This took a while. It took about 2 days to do one page, so you know how like tolling the actual comics are gonna be to make.
But I did 90% of it, so you know.
You saw my hand this entire time. Show them your shade and then show them mine.
That's not.
They can color check to make sure that it wasn't you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm signing. My outro. I know you're tired of my voice, so I'll talk to you guys later. You got anything to say?
I sell cans of peace.
Cans of what?
Nothing. What are you talking about?
This is what I deal with on a daily basis. So it's been a good time, guys. I'll see you later. You got it? No, I'm even gonna ask you anything. See it.